the apprentice who solved everything. The kingdom of Arendor had one man everyone admired, Lord Edwin, the king's chief engineer. Bridges stood because of him. Castles were protected because of his designs. At least, that's what everyone believed. When Lord Edwin hired a young apprentice named Thomas, people whispered that the old engineer had finally found someone worthy of carrying on his legacy. Thomas was brilliant. He could calculate faster than anyone, spot structural flaws at a glance, and invent clever solutions that amazed everyone around him. At first, Lord Edwin was impressed. "Excellent work," he would say. "You'll go far." Then came the Royal Bridge project. The king himself arrived to inspect the construction. Standing before the unfinished bridge, Lord Edwin explained his design with confidence. Suddenly, Thomas interrupted. "My lord," he said politely, "if we move the central support 20 feet downstream and change the arch angle by 5 degrees, we'll use 30% less stone and finish 2 months earlier." The workers stared. The king looked surprised. Lord Edwin froze. After a long silence, the king smiled. "Remarkable. Why hadn't you considered that, Edwin?" Lord Edwin forced a smile. "It had crossed my mind, but everyone knew it hadn't." That evening, the workers surrounded Thomas. "You're a genius. You'll replace Lord Edwin one day. You should be chief engineer already." Thomas couldn't stop smiling. He thought he had won. The next morning, something changed. Lord Edwin stopped inviting Thomas to important meetings. The royal invitations stopped arriving. Important documents somehow never reached his desk. Projects he expected to lead were quietly given to others. Months passed. Thomas grew frustrated. One day, he confronted his mentor. "I've done everything right. Why am I being ignored?" Lord Edwin looked at him calmly. "You solved my problem." Thomas nodded. "Exactly." "No," Edwin replied. "You solved it in front of the king." Thomas frowned. The bridge was better because of it. It was. "Then why are you angry?" Lord Edwin sighed. "Kings can forgive mistakes. Powerful men rarely forgive embarrassment." Thomas finally understood. He hadn't merely improved a bridge. He had made the kingdom's most respected engineer look ordinary. Years later, Thomas found work under another master, Lady Eleanor, the architect responsible for designing the king's new palace. This time, he remembered his lesson. Whenever he found a better idea, he approached her privately. "My lady," he'd say, "I think your design could become even greater if we adjusted this section." Lady Eleanor would study it. Excellent observation. Then, during royal meetings, she presented the improved design as part of her vision. The king praised her brilliance. She never forgot where the ideas came from. Instead of feeling threatened, she trusted Thomas more with every project. Soon she promoted him to oversee entire teams. When nobles asked why she relied so heavily on such a young engineer, she smiled. "Because he makes me look good." Years later, when Lady Eleanor retired, she personally recommended Thomas as her successor. This time, there was no resistance. Everyone agreed. Thomas had finally become the kingdom's chief engineer. Not because he had hidden his brilliance, but because he had learned that wisdom isn't only about having the best ideas. It's knowing when, where, and how to reveal them. Moral: in environments where hierarchy and ego matter, openly making a superior look incompetent can create resistance, even if you're right. A more effective approach is often to help them succeed while building trust and influence over time.